Hey friends, Elizabeth here from Plant-Based Bride, back again with day 12 of Plantmas. You heard that right. This is day 12 of 12 days of Plantmas, meaning this is our very last day. Today is also Christmas Day, so if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate a different holiday, whether it has already happened like Hanukkah or is still coming, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, I hope you're having a good December. And in today's video, our last video for Plantmas, I am going to be setting up my husband's new bullet journal for 2021. So as you'll know, I set up my husband's bullet journal every month here on my channel. I do this because I love him and I have way more experience setting up bullet journals than he does, so I can do it a lot faster and get a nicer result. I love to be able to try out different types of themes. I love to work in an A5 size notebook. I love to provide more content and ideas to all of you, and my husband loves to use it. So it's a great win-win situation. And my husband ended up using quite a few pages for notes in the last little while in his current bullet journal and is almost out of pages. So we decided we would move him into a new notebook for the new year, and also kind of for the same reason that I moved into a new notebook, which is that we're all done with 2020 and we just want to leave it behind. So I am moving him into this stunning Archer and Olive A5 size notebook. This color cover is so beautiful. We actually had a different one picked out to move him into. When I saw this one, I knew he would love it. And when I showed it to him, his jaw dropped. It was so cute. He was so eager, asking me if I had plans for it already, if I was using it for something else, or maybe possibly could he maybe use it as his bullet journal. It was so cute. And of course, I can't say no to my husband's adorable face. So I said, yes, we could use it. And we are. So if you like this notebook as much as we do, you can get 10% off if you use my code PBB10. It is an affiliate code. So when you make a purchase, I make a small commission. So it's a great way for you to get a discount and to support me at the same time. And of course, in this video, we are doing the last giveaway of Plantmas, and this giveaway is with Archer and Olive. So hang out till the end of the video to hear all the details about that. So let's focus on the setup here. I am keeping it to the absolute bare minimum. So on the inner cover, I just wrote 2021. I tried to make it sort of stylistic and minimal, but still interesting. And then I just wrote his name on the contact me page. He will write his phone number there after we're done filming, of course. And then I'm gluing the next two pages together just because I never use these first pages in notebooks that are kind of stuck together at the bottom. So I usually just glue them together so that I don't have to deal with them at all. And then flipping to the next page, I'm setting up his future log, which is the only year-long spread that my husband uses. And I'm using my stickers from my shop. Unfortunately, they are currently sold out, but you can sign up to the mailing list on the site if you want to be notified when they're back in stock. But I'm using my mini calendar stickers to set up his future log super quickly. And just adding some really basic decorative features using washi tape, very quick and simple. And I liked how the washi tape looked, so I flipped back to my inner cover and added some washi tape there as well, just to tie everything together. A very quick way to add a little bit of decoration to a spread. And that's it for the new bullet journal setup portion. Very fast and simple. As I said, he uses the absolute bare minimum. He needs a future log so that he can plan ahead of the months that I've set up for him, and he doesn't use any other bells and whistles. So if you are starting a new bullet journal for 2021 and you're overwhelmed by some of the setups you see online, including mine, where I did, 10 plus spreads, then I would suggest starting here. Start with something like this. Do a future log, maybe do an index or a key if those appeal to you, if they're helpful to you, and leave it at that. You don't have to overdo it. So now that the new bullet journal setup part is over, we're moving into my January setup for him. And I'm really excited about this because it's a surprise. I picked it for him and I told him he couldn't sneak a peek until I was done. And I actually haven't shown it to him yet. So I'm really excited to see his reaction. And the inspiration for this was a patron who suggested that I do a maritime theme in his bullet journal. And I immediately thought of Horatio Hornblower. There's a TV series about Horatio Hornblower. My husband loves that show. So I had never heard of it until we got together and he showed it to me. And when I saw that patron suggestion, I immediately thought, oh my God, I need to do a Horatio Hornblower theme. This would be so good. So that is what I'm doing. Very exciting. And I'm starting off on this first spread making a quote page. I am creating a frame out of rope. Let me warn you, if you're inspired by this, drawing rope is incredibly time consuming. So please take that into consideration. If you are thinking of recreating this or doing spreads inspired by it, make sure you have a lot of time and are able to work in breaks for your hand, because I had serious hand cramps after drawing all of this rope. If you watched my tier ranking video, you'll know what I'm talking about. Serious pain. I had to take many breaks to try to let my hand relax because this was a lot. But anyway, the things we do for love. Anyway, so I'm creating a rope border, and the quote itself is, "They were setting off on an adventure, and Hornblower was only too conscious that it was his own fault," which I just thought was super cute. And this is a quote from the books that inspired the TV series, the original Horatio Hornblower books. I'm trying to keep with this black and white minimalist sort of vibe for this setup. So I'm not using any color in my January setup. I'm just using my Sakura Microns, though I am using a paint pen to just fill in the larger letters just to save on time. You could also use a brush pen or just a larger nibbed pen to fill in the larger areas, whatever you have on hand. Or if you don't mind taking a little more time to fill it in with a finer tipped pen, you can do it all with a single pen. We love to support minimalism and efficiency over here. So once I finish the quote page, I am moving on to the cover page. I am drawing this super simple line art version of a tall ship, really simple representation of some waves, and then the sun and some birds at the top of the mast, keeping it very simple, doing almost no shading, just the tiniest bit on the base of the boat, and then drawing some people and cannons in silhouette on the deck. And then underneath that drawing, I'm just writing January in this bold cursive font. And then underneath that, just drawing a little knot of rope. And then, because I thought it would look pretty to mirror it, I am doing yet another rope frame. If I had known how long it would take to draw these rope frames, I maybe would have not gone with this idea because it was so time consuming. But I do think it looks cool. So there's that. So moving on to our next spread, which is the monthly calendar. I did decide to go back to a 2-page monthly calendar. It's been a while since I've done one of these in my husband's bullet journal. I've been sticking to the 1-page calendars recently, and I don't have any particular reason for switching back to the 2-page. I guess I just wanted to try it and then see what Jason thought and get his feedback and, see if he still prefers the 1-page calendar or if he would like to have a little more room spread out on 2 pages. Because as you know, if you have a bullet journal, your preferences can change over time. You can shift what your priorities are or what you want out of your bullet journal over time. So I thought I'd try something a little different and see how he feels about it. For the monthly calendar, I decided to do more rope because apparently I don't want my hand to be able to grip anything until 2021. I decided to speed up the process though by using my ruler to draw the outline of each rope, and then just went in and drew all the little diagonal lines. Instead of drawing each little oval individually like I did on the cover page, this is a much quicker technique, though it does still take a while to do. I added the numbers in for the calendar, and then I added my January header at the bottom. And then I drew a sextant in the bottom right-hand corner. A sextant is a doubly reflecting navigation instrument that measures the angular distance between 2 visible objects. I definitely knew that definition off the top of my head and did not just read it from the first Google result, Wikipedia. So this is basically an old-timey navigational device, and it felt appropriate for this theme, so I drew one. Also, I decided not to add the days of the week at the top of the calendar, but you totally could do that if you want to. And now moving on to the final spread of the setup, which is just the first page of his notes pages that he uses for daily logging and taking notes, as the name implies, quickly sketching diagrams of things, etc. And I just drew a bell, an old-timey bell that people had on ships. It's a thing. And then I just wrote notes at the top center and drew that same little knot of rope that I used on the cover page here as well to kind of tie those 2 spreads together. And that is it. So I will do a little reverse flip through so you can see everything together. I'm really happy with this. Obviously, I went with a more black and white, a little more simple and minimalist theme, which I think looks kind of nice, with the added touch of color from the washi tape on the New Year setup spreads. Just something very subtle and simple, quick and easy to put together, with the exception of the rope, which was painstaking and painful. But everything else, very quick and easy. So I hope this gives you some ideas if you're a bit overwhelmed by some of the setups you're seeing on the internet right now. This could be an option if you're more of a minimalist at heart. And I am so excited to show this to my husband. I hope he loves it. I think he will. I'm really excited about it. So now I want to talk about our very last giveaway for Plantmas. One winner will be getting a notebook and sticker pack of their choice from the Art Journal website, just so long as they're in stock. Check out the description box for how to enter and the rules. Good luck to everyone. Thank you so much for supporting me through Plantmas. This has been so much fun, and I'm so glad to have you all here on this journey with me. I am going to take the next week off, and I'll be back in January with some new content. Not the first week of January, but the next week I will be coming back. So I believe that is January 9th. You can expect a new video from me. I am finishing up giveaways and orders and then taking a much needed break. I hope you are all going to have a restful end of 2020 and that you all have an amazing new year. And with that, I will see you in 2021 for my next video. Bye, friends. Thank you so much to my patrons for your support all year long. You are the MVPs. I adore you all. You're lovely human beings, and I'm so glad to have you in our little community. If you at home want to join the squad, feel free. There's a link in the card and in the description box down below. We wish you a Merry Plantmas. We wish you a Merry Plantmas. We wish you a Merry Plantmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Plantmas, everybody.